Oh my god. I can't believe it's finally here. My favorite movie got an anime adaptation. It's Twilight the Anime, everyone. Just kidding. It has vampires. It's called Devil's Line. It's an action, supernatural, vampire, if that's a genre. Pretty sure it's seinen, romance, drama. I would compare it to Parasite, probably. Assume it's going to be the same kind of like woman has to deal with the fact that she knows that these are things now. Vampires are things now. I don't think she's gonna be a vampire. Maybe she will. Right now, it seems like she just has to deal with like vampires are a thing. Anywho, so it starts out with this dude crying and murdering people, and like it starts out with him just kind of like attacking these guys and knocking them around, and he's moving their bodies more than he should with a simple like thrust of the arm or swing of the arm. So he's got like a little enhanced strength, and then his eyes start to turn, and he starts to grow claws, and he starts like tearing them up, and he's crying, and he clearly doesn't want to be doing this, and it seems like he's definitely like terrified of his own actions. And then a nice metalish opening, and then it's just some girl on the train, and she's talking to her friends, and there's some mysterious dude watching, or she's talking about how like there's some mysterious dude that's been watching her. And then they get to college, and her friends are giving her a hard time about not having a boyfriend. And then some dude comes up and asks for her notes, and dude clearly has a thing for her. And then we cut to some guy running away from the cops, but he's like outrunning cars and shit. He's really fast, and then he jumps on top of a building. I'm gonna guess this is our vampire. And the police call in Special Division 5. They say this is a level 3 case, whatever that means. We can at least figure out that Special Division 5 is the monster hunting division. Don't know if level 3 is supposed to be impressive, if level 1 is the worst, or if level 1 is the easiest, and the higher the number, the worse the case. So when Special Division 5 shows up, some dude rolls out, and like the vampire's been running around with kind of like these blurry effects, like they animated him with less frames because of how fast he's moving or something like that. When the Special Division 5 truck shows up, some dude rolls out, and he's like moving fast like this vampire, and he shoots following the vampire's fast movements, and then some chick cuts off the vampire, and she fucking fights with the vampire. So I'm guessing at this point, and it's confirmed later, that some of these Special Division 5 guys are vampires themselves. Best people to employ to hunt monsters is a monster. So we cut back to Tsukasa, and she's on the train with dude that's got a crush on her, and her main friend who's been giving her shit for not having a boyfriend. And they're talking about the vampire murder cases, which is what these are called because people are being found with their blood drained. And then they get off the train, and the friend and the main girl Tsukasa go their separate ways, but the dude stays with Tsukasa to like walk her home, make sure she gets home safe. And that dude that's been following her is still there. He got off the train, and he's following her this time. So Akimura, the dude that's got a crush on Tsukasa, is like, "Hey, we should get out of here. This place gives me the heebie-jeebies." And so they run off. When they finally feel like they have a moment, Akimura hugs her, and it's all weird because like while they're running away, or a little bit before they start running, they're having a talk about how Tsukasa doesn't need to feel weird about what he said before. So I'm guessing that he confessed to her, and she turned him down. And he's like, "Being friends is okay for now, but I will truly be heartbroken if you get a boyfriend." Which is like not cool, dude. That's kind of your cross to bear. Don't put that on her. Anywho, they get a moment, and he kind of hugs her, and she's like obviously doesn't know what to do. And then he starts like breathing funny and breathing into her ear, and she pushes him away. And then the creepy dude shows up. The creepy dude that's been stalking them shows up, and he's like, "You need to step away from her, vampire." So Akimura is a vampire. Don't know if this creepy guy's a vampire though. I mean, at this point in the episode, I know because I finished the episode. He is a vampire. Basically, creepy dude puts himself between Akimura and Tsukasa, and they have a fucking argument about how he's the vampire murderer. He's been raping and sucking dry women across town to suppress his urges, so he doesn't do anything to Tsukasa. And the hunter dude, the stalker hunter dude, I've been calling them hunters in my notes and shit. This guy specifically is a stalker though, because he seemed like a stalker before. The hunter dude's like, once a vampire gets his first taste of power in any way, blood sucking, rape, whatever, he can't stop. And some as much as you're doing this to protect her, someday it's gonna be her. And he's like, "Fuck you! I could have been in hiding forever. This was my secret. I was supposed to take it to the grave. Things were going just fine. I know that it's not right that I'm drinking these women and using them just to save Tsukasa. I know it's not right that like human lives are all equal. Why should I get to choose to throw away so many women's lives just for this woman because I like her? Should I not have just killed her first to save all those other women? Should I not just kill myself?" And then the hunter dude just, like, stabs him with some drugs and he fucking tranks him and he leaves her there. And somewhere in this, Tsukasa hurt her leg. I don't know where. And then hunter dude's like, "Can you get up?" And she tries to get up and she can't. And then he calls it into his, because he's part of Special Division 5, so he calls it into them, and he's like, "Hey, I got a body here. I tranked up vampire. You need to come get it. I need to take care of something else." So he takes it all on his own to walk her home. I'm guessing because they would have had to, like, do something with her if it was known that she became aware of all this vampire shit, or if she had, like, close proximity to a vampire for so long, and she's, like, kind of down and not really talking much all the way home while he's carrying her. And then when they finally get home, dude's like, "You should forget my name and you should forget that any of this happened." And she's like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna forget about this. That was my friend. He was one of the best friends that I've ever had. Like, we've been friends forever. And you want me to just forget about him? I can't." And while they're having this whole argument, dude notices that her lip was cut during the confrontation, and he's like, "Fuck, you're bleeding." And at this point, I was like, "Oh shit, is she gonna be a vampire or something?" Turns out he's a vampire. So yeah, the hunters are vampires, probably. Maybe there's some other kind of monster. Maybe there are different layers to it. The hunters are vampires, though. Home dude's a vampire. This has got me interested enough. I'll probably watch the next episode. I haven't seen a good, like, seinen supernatural anime in a while. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this. It's got my interest. Vampires hunting vampires. I've always liked, like, I don't like how monsters are always put on the same side. Like, all vampires are evil. I like it when there are some good vampires and there are some bad vampires. I like it when people use evil powers to good ends. Something you really don't see enough of, and I can't even think of any examples of it currently, is somebody using good powers to an evil end. I'm sure there are examples out there, and if I really thought about it, I could find one, but I'm not gonna do that. Surely it'll come to me later. Give it a shot. It's pretty good, pretty interesting. I've been trying to get into more seinen. I mean, they're aimed at adults, and I am an adult, so surely they should be aimed at me. Hopefully the writing's better. Peace out.